I'm ready to help you get set up for the week. That's right, being able to set yourself up for success at the beginning of every single week is not only going to save you time, save you frustration, save you some possible anxiety if you're anything like me, and make sure that you are truly hitting all of the items that you need to for the week for your business. Are you ready? Get ready, get set, let's go. Hey everybody, I am Jacqui Duran, independent Scentsy Consultants, and this week we are talking all about setting ourselves up for success. This is something that I implemented a few months ago, and let me just say, this has worked wonders, not only for me personally, but for my business as well. Now you guys are probably a little bit like me, right? Do you have more than just Scentsy happening in your life? I work outside of the home. I've got my family, I've got the house to take care of, all of the errands, all of the appointments, and everything else that needs to get done. And yeah, I also have a whole team and a Scentsy business that I must make sure that I am touching every single day of every single week. I'll be the first one to say that for a while, it was very chaotic for me. I found myself constantly playing catch up. Have any of you ever felt like that? Playing catch up in your business? I hate the feeling of getting behind. I hate the feeling of not being prepared. And I'm very type A. I like to make sure that I have planned, that I've projected. Of course, I'm gonna have variables from time to time, right? It is life happens. But if I can make sure that I truly set myself up for success at the beginning of the week, then I have a better chance of actually making sure that I'm getting everything done that I need to. Maybe some of you can relate to all of this, right? That feeling of just wanting to be caught up and current in your business. Now, for me personally, I work a job that is very flexible with my life, and I actually have the opportunity to work from home. And so what I did is I tweaked my schedule a little bit. So if you're not able to do that, then I encourage you to kind of look for a way that you can tweak things, maybe just a little, again, to set yourself up for success. Sundays in my home is truly all about family. It's all about self-care. I truly am a firm believer in the fact that we need to take care of us before we take care of everybody else. We can't give 100% of ourselves to everybody else if we're not feeling at 100%. And from somebody who suffers from chronic pain and I've got various health issues, this can truly be a challenge. The same can be said if you've got little ones at home, or if you maybe have family members that you take care of as well. Things can just happen, right? And some things we can't control, but we want to be able to try and again, set ourselves up for that success as best as we can. So what I found, again, I implemented this a couple of months ago, and I actually started really scheduling my week in advance. I'll be the first to admit, for quite some time now, when I was working from home, I would always do it on Fridays. I thought that was amazing, right? Have every Friday at home. I could kind of kickstart into the weekend. That was all gravy. But what I found was, I would kind of reserve Fridays to multitask, get a lot of my business stuff done, and check in with my team and things like that. But what I soon found is that I was always playing catch up. And I hated that feeling. I don't like that feeling. And again, that just created more anxiety for me that I didn't really need to create. So I started to look for a way that I could get rid of a little bit of that. So by flipping things around and actually starting this on Monday of every week, it has just been amazing. I've had less stress, I've felt better, I've felt more productive, and I've been able to give my team more of that 100% than I was before. Now, you may not be able to do this on Monday like I can, but maybe you can do this on a Sunday. Maybe your week starts at a different time frame, right? Maybe you actually work on the weekends. And so maybe your weekend actually happens during the week. That's okay. Don't worry about the day or the time that this happens. Just pick one moment every single week that you can sit down and set yourself up for success. This can be as short as 30 minutes. This doesn't have to be a huge, long, drawn out chunk of time. So again, we all have lives, right? We've got families, we've got jobs, we have commitments that we have to do, errands that need to be run. All of this has to still happen. And so we just have to find a better way to attack the week rather than react to the week. Attacking gives us more power. It gives us the ability to really control our actions, our intentions, and the things that we want to ensure that we're getting done. Reacting can sometimes result in
anxiety,
stress, feeling stretched, fatigued, tired. It could go on and on and on, right? And at the end of the day, when you're not feeling your best, when you're not feeling at 100%, yes, it is extremely hard to be able to give that to your team or your customers and just with your business in general. So a couple things that I want to encourage you guys to maybe look to start doing. I pick Sundays as my self-care day. Like I said, it is my family day. I like to really commit to self-care. I like to make sure that I am really giving something back to myself. Again, I can't give 100% if I don't feel 100%. So I need to be able to do that in all aspects of my life, not just my business. This applies to a lot of things. So find something that you can do, again, as a routine. Set yourself up in a way that you can just kind of de-stress from the past week and feel refreshed for the week that's about to begin. For some of you, this may include meditation. It could include just this warm, relaxing bath. It can be as simple as that, people. Maybe it's just taking a 30-minute nap. Oh my gosh, the power of a nap is amazing. If you guys don't know the power of a nap, you need to try. So find some of that me time, okay? That is part of all of this. Because again, setting yourself up for success, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna mentally be prepared for what the week's gonna throw at you. Now I like to kind of take the Boy Scout approach, as in always be prepared. I am always prepared for life to throw me a curveball. I am prepared for something that may interject throughout the week, right? Maybe somebody gets sick in the family. Maybe I'm not feeling 100%. Maybe I blew a tire on the way home from work. Whatever it may be, just prepare yourself that something might come up during the week. That's okay. We can refocus, we can move on, we can fix that problem and still have everything else ready to go. Part of that is simply just setting yourself up for success. So what I do is I actually sit down on Sundays, and I move this into Monday morning, but on Sundays I sit down and I just make a to-do list. What are the things that I need to make sure I do for the upcoming week? I've told you guys before, and I will continue to tell you and tell you again. If you are working Scentsy as a business, if this is a business for you, now if this is a hobby, you can apply this if you'd like, right? But it truly doesn't need to happen this way. But if you are truly working Scentsy as a business, and this is something that you are cultivating and growing and really working on, then you guys need to listen up. Think of yourself as a leader. Think of yourself as a leader. Even if you don't have a team yet, you are still in that leader mindset, because I want you guys to prepare yourselves for the when it happens. You need to run in the mode as if you had a team. So always running on the as if you have a team in motion will then prepare you. So when you do get your first team member, or you're continuing to build that team, it's not a huge shock. It's not a big OMG moment, right? You can just slip that in, move forward, and keep going. So think of the tasks that you need to make sure that you need to do for the upcoming week. Some weeks for me, let me give you an example of one of mine. So one of mine may be checking in with my team members who are up for cancellation this month. I want to make sure that I am touching base with them, that if their intention is to become active so they can keep their consultant status, then I need to make sure that they are aware of any promotions that might be going on. We're getting ready to have another amazing Monster Monday sale, so I definitely am checking in to make sure they know that. Making sure that they have access into their workstation, that they know if there's certain items that maybe have sold out. Just making sure that they know what's going on and make sure that they are kind of tuned in to the team as a whole. Another item on my to-do list for the week is, of course, going to continue to work on my follow-ups. I do that every single week. Every single week, I am following up with customers. I'm following up with previous hosts. I'm following up with people who are interested in joining my team. So I'm touching base a lot more often. I actually use the Maven app. If you guys aren't aware of the Maven app, I would highly suggest that you take a good look at it. There is a free 30-day trial. It is a free program, but you can upgrade to the premium. It is a little bit per month, but trust me, it takes all the guesswork out of follow-ups, and I love that. Because again, for me, I'm always looking for ways to work smarter, not harder. I've got a lot going on, so I want to make sure that I'm getting to everything as needed. So using Maven during the week really helps me keep up with my follow-ups. Another item that might be on my to-do list is maybe mail outs, happy mail, team recognition, all of that stuff, right? That's all very important things. So again, I'm carving in time for that. Tuesdays for me are usually all dedicated to my team. So those are when I have team phone calls, team chats. I do a live training in our team page every week. I also do my YouTube training, and I also do trainings through Scentsy Corporate and through Online Steps to Success, because I'm growing too, right? I'm not just all about my team. I also am making sure that I'm continuing to grow, because again, acting as a leader, you have to be able to still be training. You have to be able to absorb new things. You have to be ready for change. Some of you may be really focusing on getting that first team member. So for you, recruiting may really be something that needs to be on your to-do list. That may include having some conversations with people, so carving time out for that. Maybe that means meeting up with someone who's local. Hey, you want to sit down and chat? I'll bring some items like testers and catalogs, and we can just kind of walk through things, kind of give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look of what it's like being a Scentsy consultant. Also, for myself as a director, I am of course checking team numbers. I am ensuring that, again, I'm touching base. I'm making myself available for coaching calls for my team as those come up. So as needs arise, I really like to block out time specifically for those items. Also, as a director, one thing that I really make sure that I do, again, investing in myself, is making sure that I am up to speed with any new training videos, knowing what's going on the Scentsy Facebook groups, things like that. Again, making sure I'm dialed into my business. The more dialed in I am, the more I can keep my team dialed in, and the more helpful I will actually be to them. So I might take about 30 to 45 minutes to sit down, just kind of jot this to-do list down for the week. That doesn't mean that once I finish that that's it, nothing gets added, because trust me, things end up getting added. Remember, like I said, be prepared. So be prepared to have life happen, right? But knowing that you have that to-do list already set up, if you blow that tire in the middle of the week and you have to use an evening going to get that done, and maybe you've lost that block of time that maybe you set up for whatever it is in your business, that's okay, because it's still on your to-do list. You can simply roll it over into the next day or the day after and just make sure that you're still on track. I was before finding myself that I would forget things. If life happened, I didn't have that to-do list to fall back on. And if you're anything like me, when you've got like 500 tabs open all day long and you're like, what is it that I'm forgetting? Well, I now have a to-do list that I can easily look at, easily check, keep myself accountable and make sure that those commitments that I put down for myself, I'm actually following through. Setting yourself up for success is truly setting yourself up for success. I can't say it enough, you guys. So take some time, whenever that might be, when your week is getting ready to start. And after you've done this for maybe a month or so, you guys are soon going to find that it's going to be very easy. You're going to start running through that to-do list a lot quicker when you're creating it, so that creation time jumps down. You're going to find that the things that you are setting up to be important for your business that month, that you're ensuring and you're holding yourself accountable to making sure those things are getting done. Accountability is going to be your best friend in this business. So continue to run, continue to keep yourself accountable, and continue to set yourself up for success. Pretty soon, that little habit every day is going to turn into a routine, and before you know it, you're just going to be running full steam ahead. I really hope that these tips have helped you. Please give me your best tips below. How do you best set up your week for success? Now remember, we've got videos every week, so be sure that you are subscribed. Click that bell for notifications. And until we talk next, peace, love, happiness. Bye.